Welcome back to Grow Joyfully and Garden Tour Saturday. Just look at this sun. Isn't it beautiful? Let's just take 1 minute and stand here and soak it in. It's March 1st. Can you believe it? We made it through this far. It is so wonderful. The herbal tea of the day is wild raspberry and hibiscus, and I've determined that that is my very favorite. I'm also part of an open collab with Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden. And what you do is show any disaster or success plant story. Grandma Sandy is the hostess of Garden Tour Saturday, and the co-hostesses are Suffolk Susie, Patricia N. Cube, and Growing on Vancouver Island. Anyone can join these open collabs. You just put a hashtag Garden Tour Saturday for Grandma Sandy's collab and hashtag Let's Share Our Plants Success and Disaster Stories for Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden. So I'm going to go out to the greenhouse first and work out there, and then I'm going to feed and take care of the animals. Unless I can get my daughter to do it. We'll have to see. It's about 55 degrees in the greenhouse right now and 41 degrees outside. But the sun feels so good. With our coats on, my husband and I sat out on the back porch and we had our breakfast. I think we're just all so desperate for sun and being outside that we're willing to just put on our coats and suffer a little bit of cold just to be outside. There he is, my sweetheart, working hard. My daughter's flowers are looking really well. Look at the scabiosa or pin cushions. They're such beautiful flowers. The cabbages are growing and looking healthy. I've got to go haul some more water from the garage sink and get it in here and start potting up some of these guys. I mean, some of them might be little, but by the time I get these done, it's going to be October. No, I can't think about October or the fall or the winter. Just live in the moment, in the present, where it's almost spring and we're going into summer. That's what I'm going to think about. Okay, this is a garden alert. I have to get these guys off. Ooh, look, petunias. It actually worked for the petunias. Maybe I'll leave those. But the broccoli Sun King, I'm going to have to remove that. And the Cherokee Purple, they're up already. And they were only planted on February 21st. But look at this Gazante tomato. I put it in its own little cup and already it's just flourishing. So exciting. Look what I've done to myself again. I have to though, right? It's required. If nothing else, I will use a ton of them. I will sell a bunch at the farm stand, give them away, and if nothing else, then I will put them in the compost, right? These seeds don't cost very much, especially the ones that I save myself. They don't cost anything. I always say it's much cheaper than therapy, and this is my therapy, my garden therapy. For my success story for Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden, I am going to count this broccoli Sun King hybrid and the Saran Wrap Experiment a success. Now I'm going to take that off and they'll get stronger. See how they look a little weak? But now that they've germinated, I can take the plastic off and they'll get stronger. And then they'll just continue to grow. So I'm very encouraged by this. So I'm going to count this as my success for this week. I'm going to uncover the Cherokee Purples. We've got some that germinated. I do not know why I'm having such bad germination. And it's not even because I saved the seed, because I'm also using the store-bought new seed. So just having a little trouble with Cherokee Purples over the last 2 years. The evergreen tomatoes are ready to be uncovered. Look at that, even with that older, sticky, icky soil. Evergreen tomatoes. They're a really big beefsteak green tomato, similar to Aunt Ruby's German green. The triple crop is ready to be uncovered. These are only about 8 or 9 days old. So they definitely grew a million times faster than the ones in the other soil. And they were also growing during the very cold spell. So I think this is helping it a lot. So I'm getting a lot more triple crops. Probably more than I will ever use or need, but there they are. Here's some pink oxheart that were not germinating in the other space. Well, they were ready to have the plastic off. That's the thing with this plastic experiment. You really have to watch them and get it right off, but they haven't even been growing all that long. There we go. I have decided that I'm not going to tape them down like I did with this one. I think it's sufficient just to put it down and keep it in place with the label. So that's something I learned this year. And there's Granny Cantrell, a big, beautiful red beefsteak. This is red brandy wine. Here are some Dad's Sunset, and they're really growing. Look at that, they look very healthy. The reason I grow this tomato, I started growing it after my dad died, in honor of him. Okay, this is interesting. Pink brandy wine, not a thing. Well, maybe I will have to look into more about the old seeds. Maybe that was it. I think I will find some newer seeds and just put them in here. I'm definitely going to count this as my disaster story, where these pink brandy wine did not germinate at all. But we've got them replanted, and now I have this empty seed packet filled up with seeds from 2023, and I have a new packet of seeds that I didn't even have to buy. I'm definitely going to be more diligent in saving my seeds this year. I told myself I wasn't going to grow the black seaman tomato again. As you can see, this seed is from 2020. It may or may not grow, but I might as well see, and it's been so long, I'm kind of curious to see what it's like again. So I am going to put these seeds in the pot and see if they germinate and see what we get. So far, I have planted 65 varieties of tomatoes. Yes, I know. My name is Sherry, and I have a problem. But that's okay. It's a good problem to have because it keeps me busy, it keeps me interested, and it produces tomato, which I can then produce tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, canned tomatoes, diced tomatoes, what have you. So it is a very good hobby, habit, whatever to have. I love the variety. I told myself I wasn't going to grow as many varieties this year, that I was just going to focus on some of the favorite ones, but that never works. I can think it for a while, but it never works. I'm going to have an incredibly, incredibly busy, full greenhouse. We have the dog hotel right next to here that we put safe heaters in. And we try to put things in there like the brassicas and things that don't need so much warmth. We won't put them out there for another month at least. But that is our spillover, our overflow area. Even if half of these seeds live and I pot them up and they go on to grow into full-size tomato plants, wow, we've got a lot that's coming up. I just enjoy getting out here. Today's a very good day for me because it's Saturday. I'm at home. My husband's at home and I have the company and I can stay out here in the greenhouse. This year has to be considered as the healing year. I know we all have burdens and problems every day, every week, every month, every year of our lives. Some more devastating than others. And losing my mom has to be right up there. It's been since June 9th, and because of the sunshine and being around family, I think I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Of course, there's those days, and I've read that grief is not linear. It goes back and forth and up and down and all over the place. But I feel a little more hopeful just because of the time of the year. For me, having family around is my best help, my best medicine. I have always been a herd animal, and I've always been extremely family-oriented, and I just continue to be more so as time goes on. And as my circle of family kind of narrows because of deaths or just how much it's grown, we've got well over 125 in our family now from my mom and dad down. And it's a big family, and it's hard for people to stay close and to get along. And I have 6 siblings, and since my mom died, we've had kind of a fracturing of the family. I'm hoping in time that it will get better, that we can make connections again and recreate family bonds and ties. I don't think we ever stop loving each other. It's just that our human side cannot process and deal with things so we can get along with each other. So that was very profound for a sunny, beautiful day. I hope that you have enjoyed coming along with me in the greenhouse. I told Renee of Renee's Secret Garden that I was going to film me feeding the animals, but I'm going to get my daughter to do that so I can just stay in this greenhouse and bask in the sun. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by.